And we're in a live stream. Oh, wait, I'm not doing the show comments. I'll do that before anyone shows up. Deep and wide and tall. Okay. Okie dokie do. That's ready. Wondering if anyone's gonna show up tonight. Dang, and it's a hell of a week for shitty news. Shitty things happening. Well, that does feel like every week, but if you're not seeing shitty things, it's like you're not paying attention, quite honestly. Depressing thought. Okay. What is going on here? Go on YouTube and play a pointless game. How is this browser not going to do it? It's so weird. I never frigging understand the way YouTube lays things out. Different times, different layouts. When I want some of those stupid games, they're not showing up. Wait, let's see if history, playlist, explore music. Is that it? Okay. Live games. Oh, no, there's people watching. No, I actually wanted to play playable. That was the word I wanted. Okay. Let's see what this stupid shite is while I wait for folks.
This world is an illusion.
In a world called Immorta, you are surrounded by discriminate nations devoted to their individual technology and struggle for dominance.
Trust no one!
Each society has developed its own unique way to wage war. Proud of their unique craft, they have become obsessed to the point of worship, turning weapons to religion. Each believe that their way of life is the only way, and are dedicated to teaching their policies to all other nations for what their leaders claim as divine intervention, or as you will know it, war. The others are known as Archidons, the way of the archer, Sword Wrath, the way of the sword, Magi Kill, the way of the mage, and Speartons, the way of the spear.
We live as we dream.
Which weapon do I want?
Long.
Question.
You are the leader of the nation called Ordor.
Oblivion.
Your way is of peace and knowledge.
That doesn't sound
Your
like a
people
good idea.
do not worship their weapons as gods. This makes you a mark for infiltration by the surrounding nations. Your only chance to defend is to attack first and obtain the technology
Nice.
from each nation along the way.
Militaristic
Welcome
approach.
to Oblivion.
That's quite the setup for a stick wall. Okay. Oh god, is this going to be... Okay, this is instantly turning into something I don't like. Hello, man. Okay, I instantly don't like that. That's way too much faffing around. And now has YouTube shit itself because I did that? Does oh no, there we go. What's that doing? Oh, that's what I wanted. Jesus. Okay. Something stupid like hill climb racing. Hello, Abigail. How are you? Oh, nice. Well, actually, I'm way more interested in Super Baby than stupid YouTube playables. Might kill that for now. I know they are extremely stupid. Okay, where am I? Oh, looking at life in general. Oh, wow. Okay. Playmat for Super Baby. I like this. Look at that. Duck in the pond, chicken in the chicken house, sheep, pig in the mud, cow over here, little car, do you know what I mean? Farmer with the veggies. Very cool. Get a close up of the horses on that side. Close up of the veggie patch. Nice. Well, that's extremely cool. Nice to see. All right. I made some clarified supermarket eggnog today. Again, Super Baby, very lucky to have the auntie who makes cool, unique things. Okay. Now I went to get fucking oranges today, and we'd hit that awful time of the year where the big supermarkets don't have Australian oranges anymore, and it's really hard to get a decent orange. And they're imported from the United States, which is fucking ridiculous. Like, when I could find them in a Woolworths, the oranges were $10 a kilo and imported from the US. I went to the independent fruit shop and they were less than half that, and they were Australian grown. They were huge. I got 2 big oranges for $2. I'm thinking, because the skin dries out when I peel it like this, I'm thinking of peeling a whole orange and freezing it and taking them out when I want them and seeing if that works. But I saw those pictures you posted, made 140 cookies for work. Work pissed you off, took the day off instead of giving them cookies. Well, that's their comeuppance for fucking you around. Missing out on cookies. Ah, shit. Oh. My big thing is trying to not take painkillers for this, which I desperately needed so much for the first couple of days, because I believe I complained about this at length. I did a stream on Friday, didn't I? And I believe I complained about it at length. The amount of pain I woke up in when the local anesthetic had worn off. And then eventually, I don't know, I built up the dose of the painkillers enough that they worked. And I was like, oh, okay, these are incredibly effective, because now I'm not feeling anything. Whereas before, I just had the worst, just agonizing pain I can remember having ever. Stab. 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 And I've been progressively cutting back on the amount of them I take. Justin, you've moved to Melbourne. Positive move. Dr. Abby, back on strong painkillers. Yes, well, you have sort of more severe chronic problems than me. So let's see. We held a morning tea for all the work anniversaries. You were the only one not aware of it. Took a picture, put it on your work thing. Couldn't include your name, so he said, "Fuck you, no cookies." Oh God, I've forgotten the name of them. There's actually a dull ache in here at the moment. I've been thinking, can I just manage that with Nurofen? But they were like, take 1 or 2 4 times a day. And so the first day I did 4 doses of 2. I think the second day I did slightly less, or maybe I did the same. But by the third day I was cutting back. And yesterday I only did 1. And I only did that before bedtime as a precaution, because I didn't want to wake up in pain. And I haven't taken any today. And if I'm not in active pain at bedtime, I'm going to roll the dice and not take any more of them. Yeah. Well, okay. So we're coming up on 48 hours. I've only had 1 of the strong ones. So I think maybe I'm okay. Just, as you say, doing the over-the-counter. And because all strong pain relief, there are a range of potential dangers. Where you could get addicted to these. So if I can just stop taking them, I'll be happy. And you had hand surgery, took the strong stuff 4 times a day for 3 days, and just morning, nights, then just night. Yeah, I did it 4 times a day for the first 2 days, I think. Bit less on the 3rd day, and by the 4th day, I was cutting right. So it was the first day. It was Friday 4, Saturday 4, Sunday quite a few less. Monday, that's just yesterday, yeah. And I only took one yesterday. That was as a precaution before bedtime. But I didn't anything. So yeah. Yeah. So I am hopeful that I'm past the smoke. I'm going to see the surgeon on Thursday. Going to look at it. I'm guessing maybe he takes stitches out. Checks to make sure it's working. Like the angle he's got it on here, the finger has been slightly bent as opposed to straight as was before. And every now and then my hand spasms and the finger bends. So I know I can bend. Hurts like fuck when it bends. But just for a second, just like stab. So here's the thing. It's not tramadol or endone, but it's at that level of strength. It's got another name. I'd not heard it before. I'd actually heard of tramadol and endone before, but apparently it's the same strength as those. It's just a different chemical. It starts with P or something. No, I can't remember. Yeah, considering I know how much on the first day, I knew how much pain there was with no pain relief. And by halfway through the first day, I had no pain at all. It's like, wow, I did have a bit of brain fog on those first 2 days when I took 4 doses. Not a lot, but a bit. It was like noticeable. So, and I haven't had that since the second day. Like I cut the dosage right back after the second day. Oh, that tastes almost chocolatey. And you always keep on top of it for a couple of days. And the time frame for the next dish. Well, yeah, my main thing was I didn't want to run out of the strong stuff and still be in lots of pain. And they said take it regularly for the first 2 days. So I'm like, hunky dory, took it regularly for the first 2 days. And then I've been progressively taking less and haven't had terrible pain return. So I have taken Nurofen today. And I don't know if I even really needed it, but it's just like, oh, there's a little twinge, a dull ache. And it's been okay. Could take it tonight, give it over the counter tomorrow. Yeah, this is a real coin toss. We got a couple of hours before I go to bed. I won't make the final decision till I go to bed. I feel like, how ouchy is this? Do I feel big and brave and strong? And I will tough it out and not take any tonight? Or will I take one as a precaution? I don't know. Depends, like I said, depends how big and brave and strong I am feeling. Night's the most uncomfortable moving. Things get stiff and achy. Yeah, absolutely. Like I'm prone to sort of thrash around and, lie on that arm and then just like, no, I just bent the finger. That was a bad idea. Like, yeah, after the first night when I've bumped it or it's just, sleep twitches, it's a really sharp wake up. It's just like someone stabbed that finger. It's like, ah. But it's also, it passes really quickly. It's just this really sharp pain. Like Mrs. Angry knows when it's happened, walk around and I've either bumped the hand or it's flexed. I've bent the finger because I'll just be walking along and I go, motherfucker. And she goes, oh, did you bend the finger? I said, yes, I did. No, not a fan. 0 stars, would not recommend. Top tip, lie on the other side. Huge spiloristio, bad hand. Oh, you know what I found? We've still got a couple of soft toys from when the kids were younger. And I've found one that's just the right size. I can sit it there and rest my hand on it. and it's a really comfortable position for the hand. I slept in a splint for 2 years. God damn. Yeah, well, I did actually get a splint with this, and I wore it a bit, but I'm not wearing it a lot. On the other side, hug a pillow. Rest your bad hand on the seam part of the pillow. Oof. Sleeping in a splint for 2 years sounds like a hassle. I'm also supposed to see a hand therapist after I see the surgeon on Thursday. And I guess they're going to give me exercises and tell me what to do. I have no idea how much I'll be into bending the finger by Thursday. I mean, it's been improving, but still makes me squeak and swear if I bend it unconsciously. Sometimes I just pick something up and I think I'm just picking up with these fingers, and out of habit that I'm super hyper conscious of not doing it now, because I would just fucking swear. I really would. Imagine holding a pillow flat against your chest, over the bad hand along the seam, so the hand's basically in line with your shoulder. Yes, well, I've been sleeping because my CPAP actually is good for sleeping on my back. Because without it, I snore and wake myself up and wake Mrs. Angry up. So, but yeah, sort of on my back with the Pusheen soft toy, one of the Japanese cartoon characters, and with my hand on it. Oh, did you get YouTube censorship? It's always fascinating. Like it's not censoring swearing, but it censors something weird. Just your hotel room. Ordering dinner in a hotel, but getting you placed tomorrow morning. Nice. Thanks, Kelsey. This is one of my older ones. Sometimes I think I'm obsessive, but then I realize I wasn't obsessive enough to make notes about when I got the shirts and what were in the kit. I vaguely think this is from years ago. Hannah, this is where being a woman helps. Lying that flat, you can rest your hand on the boob and be comfy. I've got a little bit of boob action going on. Let's go. You used violent words, Abigail. That's why YouTube censored it. It's very weird. It's so capricious, the YouTube censorship. I just felt like using a word like that. Yeah. Like, someone on Facebook, like, sharing the Manic Street Preachers song, if you tolerate this, your children will be next. And then I just quoted the next line from the song, like, if I can shoot rabbits, then I can shoot fascists. And Facebook censored it. I was like, oh, damn, okay. They also, are you saying YouTube also detects when you do spaces and number replacements? Wow, they've got hyper sensitive about language that could be construed as violent. That's interesting. Oh dear. Oh, I just remember the olden days, the first couple of years of YouTube, where comment sections would get psychotic really quickly. I remember the first time I posted a video that prominently featured an attractive woman, the barrage of absolutely gross, disgusting comments shouldn't have surprised me, but I was taken aback by it. And I even said to a woman who was a friend, oh, this is freaking me out that all this shit's being posted about you. I literally said, if you want, I'll just take the video down because this is fucking awful. And she just went, appreciate the sentiment. This is what happens on every single video of mine. I was like, oh, aren't humans great? And by humans, I mean heterosexual men. And by great, I mean awful. I think I'm denuding the orange. Maximize the peel. What are we saying about response videos? That was another thing from the olden days. A lot of the old school YouTubers got upset when YouTube stopped response videos because response videos would literally appear and be attached to the original video. And they stopped doing it just because the spammers made it useless. And they were right. YouTube was correct that response videos had become useless because of spammers. And old school YouTubers were very upset, like, response videos are so important for community stuff. And YouTube is just then, coming in with the hard truths of just the zero amount of views response videos were getting because the whole thing had been destroyed by spammers. The little hard truth. And because in a lot of ways, a lot of the original YouTube creators were very optimistic and even naive about human nature. And yes, Hannah, the comment section is why we can't have nice things. So, Justin, you're saying Grindr censors words. They want people to throw a certain type of party. That's an interesting one. Celtic, you've seen the haircut before, though. I had it a couple of weeks ago. I'm definitely keeping my hair short for at least a while. Get trims regularly. Saying, Hannah, dating apps don't censor enough words. Some of the wild stuff you've been sent. Well, yeah. Dating apps not for the faint of heart, really. So, another thing I'm glad I'm out of. Oh, and I'm kind of glad I never lived through the swipe left, swipe right era. It was proper dating sites where you had to do a profile and message things. So you had a man unprompted tell you highlight of his year was remaining STD free, and then so you could raw dog it. And that made you delete all the apps. That is fair. It was so funny. It's like when I used to do sort of dating profile videos, did some with Mistress M, did some with AIDSy, kept coming back to, and this was mainly advice for guys, it was like, do you know how to get ahead of minimum 90% of your competition? It's not to be 6 foot plus tall, chiseled body, etc., although that doesn't hurt. But you're ahead of 90% of your minimum 90% of your competition if you just don't act like an asshole, because 90+% of heterosexual men on dating apps act like assholes. So I only hope to meet someone by never leaving your house or interacting. Good plan. That was the third sentence someone sent you. My God. And Pat, how are you doing, by the way? Oh, got an early start, Celtic. Thanks for dropping in and saying hello. Always appreciate it. That's good. That's what I like to hear. Have you seen any movies recently, Pat? Always keen on your movie reviews. I watched quite a few. Well, that's the saying. Abigail, avoiding household men, exclusively date women. Yeah, I was always very glad I wasn't trying to date men, quite honestly. Ugh. But yeah, it's absolutely bizarre how easy it is to be ahead of guys. Like even like pre-dating websites. I remember chat. There used to be a thing, MSN chat, Yahoo chat, and whatnot. And you could flirt a bit on there. More than once, when there'd be a chat room with a whole bunch of people, and you could direct message people. More than once, after I'd been direct messaging a woman, because we had a sort of connection. More than once, they ended up saying, "Are you actually a woman?" And so, why is that? So, well, we've been doing the back and forth for a couple of minutes, and you haven't asked to see my boobs. And I went, oh, yeah. Well, I am actually interested in boobs, but I just thought, we could just chat first. So, Pat, tell us about movies. How do you enjoy ruining a man's confidence? Tell you they're 8 inches by saying average. When said above average, sent screenshots of every message that said the same. Yes, it's proof sexuality isn't a choice. Most straight women will tell you it's clearly not a choice because they put up with ridiculous bullshit. Used to think your bar was set low, just be a decent person. No, apparently that's pretty high. The number of guys who do not get, hey, just have basic decency and respect. Assume this is a person you're talking to. It's too difficult for what appears to be like 90% of guys. So, like I said, number one hot top tip to be ahead of the game, just show basic decency. You don't have to be romantic. You don't have to do poetry. You don't have to, just don't be a steaming pile of shit. Because you look so good in comparison to the steaming piles of shit. I love that. That's a great phrase, turn of phrase, Hannah. Treat me with no respect, but expect me to treat you like a king. Math's not your strong point. Yeah, just talk to you like human. That is the thing. Saying this, I think this was on a video with Mistress M. So this was years ago, 10 plus years ago, saying like, guys go, oh, how do I get anywhere with a woman? And it's just like, dude, for a start, if you don't recognize that the woman you're approaching is another actual, real, complete human being with their individual thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, expectations, if you cannot acknowledge that, you're pushing shit uphill. Don't expect to treat you as your mother does. Ooh, mummy's boys. And they don't even know they're mummy's boys. It's weird. Ooh, Pat. Oh, yes. You love your horror. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. 10 out of 10. I'm going to wait to see if Strictly Sega showed up tonight. Because I've been watching a bunch of stuff on his Plex. I think I've watched all the new movies I wanted to watch on his Plex. A few I've been waiting for. And you had an ex say he needed to be more like his mother. She's a good woman. I'm worried you want to sleep with your mother. And that was baffling to him. That is fair. Oh, you are there. Hello. Okay, well, you probably... No, that's okay. Yeah. Well, okay, I'm inviting you to say, because you would have seen probably all the movies I've watched in the last week on your Plex. I think it's all the new ones I wanted to see. Tron Ares, Predator Badlands, Begonia, Running Man, Geez, did I watch anything else? 4 movies in a week is a lot for me. Anyway, love your sister-in-law. She cares for your brother, but damned if she's going to parent him. Yeah, do it yourself. You're a big boy. Yeah. Oh, and the tactic of feigned helplessness. You hear people say it. That guys, oh, I'll do the washing up really badly, then I'll never be able to do it again. That's such bullshit. Nice. Got your dinner in, Justin. I had one of my packaged meals. Oh, begonia. That's the word. Thank you, Hannah. Weaponized incompetence. That's the phrase I was looking for. I thought, oh yeah, Abigail jumped in as well. Yes. I thought Begonia was going to be good. Don't want to do any spoilers, but they went there with the ending. Yeah, Jesse Plemons, as usual, was good. He did his character multi-layered, which I thought was really good, because a lesser actor would have been very one-dimensional. That guy's fallen down the conspiracy rabbit hole. Dad's birthday, he's 79. Such a young dad, Pat. Telling me he doesn't look a day over 50. But yeah, it also helped. Okay, so this is the basic premise of Begonia. Conspiracy-minded guys kidnap a tech CEO because he's convinced she's an alien. And she's like, is the guy crazy? Well, after kidnapping the tech CEO and drugging her unconscious, shaves her head because aliens use their hair as antenna to communicate. So, yes, he's gone down some serious internet rabbit holes, and but it does help with the whole thing. Emma Stone looks quite alien-like with a shaved head. Not unattractive. She's one of those people who can pull off a shaved head, I think, but certainly helps with the whole idea of this guy thinking she's an alien. I love women calling out men online by responding with divorce came out of nowhere. Okay, so Stricker saying you hadn't even read the description of Begonia. I'd watched the trailer. Best film for this week, Noise. Yeah, there was a few good ones, entertaining ones I watched. But I'd actually agree Begonia was the best one. And I raw dogged it. It's so tempting when you're watching something at home to pause it, go get a drink, look at your phone, pause it to go to the loo halfway through because it's over 2 hours long. And I went, no, I'm raw dogging Begonia because it really got me in. I go, I'm not going to look at the time. I'm not going to pause it. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to look at my phone. I'm just going to immerse myself in this. And I don't often have the discipline to do that when I'm watching something at home, but I did that with Begonia. And I think that speaks to the quality of the film as well. That is a very common review of Tron Ara's Abigail. Meh. And I would agree. It was like, yeah, fine. It looked cool. Great Nine Inch Nails soundtrack. Didn't hate Jared Leto as much as I expected to. But I don't know. It's unusual for me after watching a film to go, this would have been better served if you'd done a much simpler story. Like they're trying to be too clever, and it's like, I strictly say you think you need to watch Tron in the cinema to get the immersion. And yes, I imagine as an experience, that would definitely be a thing. But my take is they could have benefited from just having a much simpler story. Abigail Charadolito is even more robotic than normal. I think Nine Inch Nails probably made a lot of money doing the soundtrack. Like watching Fury Road on a 16-inch monitor the first time, saying the movie was meh. I get what you're saying, but mind you, I love watching Fury Road at home. I mean, my monitor is bigger than 16-inch, but I knew I'd been watching other stuff. Sidewise, I did rewatch Solo because I've been talking about rewatching it because I had this vague feeling it was better than its reception was. Like, it was a big sort of nothing response. And I felt, no, Disney just made the most bizarre error by releasing it essentially just after the last Star Wars movie had left cinemas. And they'd already established this pattern of release them at Christmas, release a saga movie one year, release a standalone movie the next Christmas, then a saga movie the next year. But then they just went, oh no, let's release this at Easter. And I was like, what the fuck? The last Star Wars movie only just left the cinemas. Oh, yes, I love it. Fury Road in the cinema, 1,000% better. Subwoofers made the seat shake. Oh, yeah, I watched it in gold class. It was freaking awesome. First time watching. And best of all, I had the moment. I don't know if anyone remembers. It became a thing online for men's rights activists to be angry about Fury Road because, honestly, Furiosa was made more of a hero than Max. And she was, to the credit of the movie. And so the MRAs got arbitrarily upset that in the Mad Max movie, this new female character was actually more of the hero. And so they were doing, I read this online, they were doing performative walkouts of the movie. And so we're in like gold class, which costs twice as much as regular cinema. And I'm sitting there and I'm with Mrs. Angry. And I forget at what point it was, but at some point, a third to halfway through, this guy gets up and walks, and he's walking out, duh, duh, duh. Like, I'm so front, duh. Like, he's doing this performative walkout. And I reckon no one got it. And I leaned over to Mrs. Angry. Oh my God, that was a men's rights activist doing a performative walkout because of Furiosa being centered in the movie, and no one knows or cares what he's doing. It was so funny. It was like, God, you fucking loser. You spent, double ticket price to do that, and fucking no one cares, man. Nobody cares. It's wild. But yeah. MRAs, they're Egypts. So this fucking thing it didn't stop me from going away. Like, we went away last weekend and the weekend before. Had a great fucking time. But I was going to be doing all sorts of stuff around the house. I can't lift shit with this. I was going to be moving some boxes out of the shed and stuff. So I've been watching more stuff than others. And Strictly Sega, I was going to say, okay, so one of the things I said to you, which you actually got, and okay, this is slightly convoluted, but I told you about the Sci-Fi Channel having done a version of Dune. And I'd seen it. It was on Prime for a while. It was a 3-parter, and that was essentially, they called it Children of June, and it was actually a combination of June Messiah and Children of June. And I just watched the first one, which was June Messiah, and I didn't get onto the Children of June one. And then it's disappeared from the thing. So I asked you if you could find it, and you put it on there, and I went and looked at it, and unbeknownst to me, I thought Sci-Fi, because the thing on Prime was just Children of June. I thought Sci-Fi Channel had gone, well, there's this 80s June movie. We don't want to redo this. We'll just do the subsequent ones. But no, the thing you've put on Plex is the Sci-Fi Channel's version of June. I think it's 3 one-hour episodes. So even though I haven't watched it yet, but I started watching it and went, oh my God, this is June, not Children of June. So there is another one that, just putting it out there, you could find it. It's Children of June, which I think is another 3 parts. And that's effectively the second and third novels, June Messiah and Children of June. And I only watched the June Messiah one. I started watching it today and realized, no, this is actually June. And it got Mrs. Angry's attention. I just heard someone going on about House Atreides. And I explained to her what it was. And so we're going to sit down and watch it at some point. So I paused it after watching the first 5 minutes and realizing it was June, not Children's. And I was completely unaware that the Sci-Fi Channel had actually done June as well as Children of June. So there you go. And it's pretty good. It's about the same quality that Star Trek was. It's like Next Generation, Deep Space Nine level special effects and whatnot. And Justin, I'm not sure what you're talking about. The guy who censored words deserves a medal. I'm not exactly sure. Or let's just go, I have no idea what that's in reference to. So, but I'm eager to explore censorship and medals. Ooh, you know what I should do? I should do some more of the Advent calendar. Where is it? Here it is. What date are we up to? It is the 16th. And I'm only at the 11th. Let's see what comes up here. Oh God, it's really mangled. Oh shit, did I drop something else there? No. Okay, what's this one? Oh fuck. I dropped it. I swear I'm not drunk. Where is it? Wait, what the fuck is that? Wait, is this an old fashioned? I need more light. My old eyes need more light. Are you doing a Rob Reiner tribute? Misery was good. Although I don't think I've watched it since it came out. Oh yeah, it's an old fashioned. Nice. I mean, for me, of course, Rob Reiner is one of my all-time favorite films, The Princess Bride. But yeah, that's a fucking dark way to go. Fucking stabbed to death by his son. Jesus, what's this? Oh, wow, this one's all cloudy. Can't see this at all. Give me some extra light. Margarita. There we go. Did Santa slay? Just on YouTube censoring words that hinders our ability to talk about certain events. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, oh, Jesus. That is the fucking worst. That shooting at the Hanukkah event. That's just fucked. Ugh, and also the way a variety of... okay, this one doesn't seem to have a name. It's just a picture of a cherry. That's interesting. This one doesn't have a name. It's just a picture of a cherry. Hey, Greg, how are you? Up to 14. We're getting through these. What's this one? Yeah, this one's got a name. What is it? Negroni. So weird. There's one without a name. It's just a picture of a cherry. Okay, 15. What's 15? Okay, I cannot read these without more light. Rum punch. Nice. And one more, and we're at 16, which is today. What's this one? Pina colada. And that's interesting. It's just white and it says pina colada. All right. Well, that's got our Advent up to date. Well, it's a pretty depressing thing to talk about. Santa sleighs in Futurama where he rides a sleigh. Yes. Oh dear. I do think it's genuinely funny where people try to make horror movies about innocuous things like Santa Claus. And that's been going on for ages. I think since the home video heyday of the 80s, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Santa lost a bet, so he had to give presents to all the good kids. I thought that's what he did. I'm trying to add these to my string. Oh, there we go. Go on, you asshole. Oh, God damn it. Oh, I was all there. All he really wanted to do... Oh, that's Krampus. Santa wanted to punish naughty kids. Krampus punishes naughty kids. Justin, any content moderation or censorship, depending how you want to phrase it, any automated content moderation will always cut out stuff it shouldn't. It's just the way of things. And in fact, any human-controlled content moderation will almost definitely cut out stuff it shouldn't. But automated content moderation definitely will. Because it is by necessity very broad. So, in this Santa movie, the time frame of the bet ran out. Santa was played by the wrestler Goldberg, who I vaguely remember. It's time 9 o'clock. I'm gonna have some mineral water. Being responsible. I always think this ice has been melting for a while. Movie was a bit of fun. Well, that's what you want. Santa is a serial killer. I'm sure there are some Krampus movies, actually. It was like the difference between Krampus and Santa Claus always reminds me of the Simpsons episode when they're in Japan and they go on a game show. And the host says, "Oh, yes, you Americans, your game shows reward excellence. Our game shows punish failure." You got 5 Krampus movies. That's what I thought. Pat, yeah, my finger good. I mean, it's pretty fucked up, man. But it's getting there. Like I said, seeing the surgeon on Thursday. See what he says. I'll give you all an update. Actually, probably on Thursday night. I was going to say Friday, but the update will probably be on Thursday night. We'll see. I'm probably streaming on Thursday. We'll see how that works out. Yes, Santa rewards good children. Krampus punishes bad children. I feel like the original Japanese game show that inspired so many others was Takeshi's Castle. Because the first version of Takeshi's Castle, I think, was like right back in the 80s and wasn't really seen outside of Japan. But again, that was hosted by Beat Takeshi, or I think his formal name is Takeshi Kitano. He's fucking amazing. He's just in some hard as nails Hong Kong action crime films. Oh no, wait, he's Japanese, isn't he? I'm getting confused. But yeah, Takeshi Kitano is in some hard as nails crime films. I think they're some of the translations of his film names are quite interesting. But he's also a jazz musician, and he's also a serious writer and director. Your favorite Christmas movie? I still haven't seen the David Harbour Violent Night, actually. Oh, nice, Pat. You win in the basketball a lot, mate. I just felt like looking up so I get the names right. Takeshi Kitano. Oh, that's right. He's a comedian as well. So let's go his IMDb because he's made up. I'm trying to think of the ones like where he just plays this psych. Oh, that's right. He was Satoshi the Blind Swordsman in a movie. God, 77 film credits, film and TV. Yeah, they remade Takeshi's Castle recently. He's done a bunch of video game voices as well. Yes, yeah. Okay, I haven't seen. There's a movie he did in 2010 called Outrage, and then the sequel called Beyond Outrage. I haven't actually seen those ones. I think it's like the much older ones I saw. That's right. He was in Battle Royale 2 and Battle Royale. I've got those on disc. Brother, I saw. That was he actually did that one in Hollywood. I remember that. And it's yeah, he sometimes is on screen as Beat Takeshi. That's his jazz name. And he was in Johnny Mnemonic. There you go. Boiling Point. That was the one I was trying to remember. Boiling Point is in okay. This is the one I was trying to remember as well. That my favorite. It's kind of funny translation. He's in a movie just called A Violent Cop, and he was listed as Beat Takeshi in those. Yeah, Sonatine's another good one. Strictly Sega. But the movie being called Violent Cop always appealed to me. But yeah, he's a comedian, an actor, serious director, jazz musician. Fucking Renaissance man. Yes, he did a few Yakuza movies. But yeah, that's almost a guarantee of a good time. So a movie that's got Takeshi Kitano or Beat Takeshi in it. So like, okay, well, this is at least going to be interesting. So yeah, the first ones I saw, when were they released? Like 1989, 1990. So I probably saw them in the early 90s on home video. Fucking cool movies. And Sonatini's 93. So yeah, he often plays a bad guy. So should you say your Plex version of Johnny Mnemonic, they didn't cut out all the Takeshi Kitano scenes. Nice. Yeah, because that's how they got half the financing for the movie was to have the Japanese characters in there, and the Hollywood cut, they decided no one wanted to see that. I'll have to watch your cut of it because I don't think I've seen that cut. I was aware that it existed, but I don't think I've seen it. And that being like one of my favorite sci-fi writers, William Gibson, which is one of my favorite writers. And that's his seminal cyberpunk stuff. Although Johnny Mnemonic was a short story. Seminal cyberpunk stuff was Neuromancer. And they are apparently shooting a streaming series of Neuromancer, which I hope is good. Oh, wait. So that your Plex version of Johnny Mnemonic is black and white. Damn. Okay. All right. I'll have to try and find time to watch that. There's just so much to watch. There's sometimes get a little wave of new things I want to watch, and every now and then I go, "Oh, here's a classic. I have to watch that." And of course, then I can, can't resist rewatching some things as well. Only so many hours in the day. It's funny how there's never been a particularly successful adaptation of a William Gibson thing. Johnny Mnemonic didn't do well. There was an even lesser seen movie of one of his short stories. Christopher Walken's in it, and it wasn't bad. But it didn't do well. Prime did one season of an adaptation of a much more recent William Gibson book, The Peripheral. And it was a really good adaptation in that it changed enough of the story to be interesting in its own right, but it didn't get renewed after the first season, which was a bummer. I love that. Chick says, Soph got home. Yeah, why is angry on? It's varied. I was doing Tuesday nights for the longest time because Mrs. Angry's lad was here, and they're doing stuff where he's gaming on his PC and stuff, and so I'd do a live stream. But then he was doing some a computer course thingy, and he was at a class on Tuesday nights, and he was here on Wednesdays. So I swapped to, instead of streaming on Tuesday and not streaming on Wednesday, to not streaming on Tuesday and then streaming on Wednesday. But it just flipped back this week. So streaming tonight, won't be streaming tomorrow night. Probably will stream on Thursday and Friday, and probably Saturday and Sunday as well, but we'll see on that front. I actually prefer breaking it up a bit, Tuesday and then a day off. Wednesdays were political. Yeah. But I actually, speaking of the weekend, had a really good weekend. Went to Belgrave, home of Puffing Billy, but more importantly for me, home of Killick Rum. We had a dinner and cocktails on Saturday night, which we had done before. And then we went to their bottomless brunch on Sunday, which we had not done before. And that was good too. You get like 3 courses food-wise. And then the first hour and a half, 2 hours, they give you 4 set cocktails. They're like batch ones. And they're measured to just be one standard drink. They were pretty good. There was one in particular that we really liked, but none of them were bad. They were fine. And then there's an hour where you just there's a set number of ones you can order from the bar. So we had another couple of those. That was a good time. We did not go on Puffing Billy. And yes, it is a weird thing with narrow tracks. I have gone on it in the past with the young'uns when they were young'uns, where you marvel at the fact that everyone sits on it with their kids with their legs hanging over the side. And then a few years ago, some idiot kids fell out doing that. Like, people had been doing that for decades, and it's terrible and unsafe and ridiculous. But kids had been doing that for decades with no mishaps. And then a couple of kids fell out. They didn't get killed. I think they got hurt. And so it's like, obviously the insurance stepped in and said, dudes, you can't do this. What the fuck are you thinking? You can't do it. Okay, you weren't allowed to do that when you went. There you go. So, but they're doing it again now. I don't know how long the ban lasted, but they're doing it again now. I saw that thing about John Cena. He tapped out, didn't he? On the way back, you and your Japanese friend got uber drunk. So, Streaky Sega, you didn't think that was a good match? Man, they've been scripting some weird stuff for John Cena recently, making him do a heel turn. Now he had bring tap out. Yeah, train so slow, low to the ground, you'd have to try and fall out. Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. The thing that looks actively dangerous, sitting on the side with your legs dangling over, went on for decades with no mishaps. And then some stupid kids managed to fall out. I haven't got on to Pluribus. Everyone says great things about Pluribus. I think with Mrs. Angry, we want to finish watching Foundation and then Fallout. We were rewatching, and we're in the middle of rewatching season 1 of Fallout before starting season 2, just because so much happened. And it was so long ago that season 1 came out. Oh, it was probably only a year. But we're rewatching season 1 so we can fully appreciate what's in season 2. And then might watch Pluribus because everyone says it's so good. But there's so much that I do want to watch and get Mrs. Angry to watch. The Sci-Fi Channel Dune stuff. Severance. I really want to see Severance. See if Mrs. Angry likes Severance. So I had to, I felt like I had to drag Mrs. Angry kicking and screaming into watching Slow Horses. But then she super loved it because Slow Horses is an absolutely fantastic show. But I had to really say, no, I really want to watch this. Let's sit down and watch this. And she agreed, and then agreed it was a fantastic show. But there's a whole bunch of other stuff I want to watch, like Interview with the Vampire, see what that's like. Oh, this is nothing, Shriki Sager. I don't know if you've seen this or whatever, but I have seen advertised because they're up to season 3 of Interview with the Vampire. I don't know if that's started yet, but that's the Vampire Lestat. Hello, Josephine Jansen. Why are you thanking us? But yeah, they've been advertising uncensored version of Interview with a Vampire season 1. I don't know how different it is, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. Oh, sorry, Sriki, just now I'm talking about Interview with the Vampire, which you do have on Plex, and I think season 3 is about to come out or is out. But they've also been advertising online an uncensored version of season 1. So I don't know what's going on there. And I wanted to try out Interview with the Vampire, but the promos for season 3, which centers on the Vampire Lestat, that just looks really good. So it's like, ooh, okay, at some point I have to watch that and start with season 1. But we shall see. I'm clearly going to have to watch Pluribus next. And again, neither of you are doing anything spoilery, but people are so into it. It seems super obvious I can't avoid spoilers for very long. So I would prefer to watch it spoiler free. So I'll have to watch it sometime soon. And hopefully Mrs. Anger's into it. It's beauty not watching it with her. Well, it's just that we're just in a cycle of watching other things. And like, it's really funny, I think, how in the olden days, we used to watch different TV shows every night. And you just somehow keep them all in your head, watching, 3 different primetime shows every night of the week, once a week. And now kind of like to binge watch things and just do the whole season. But I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah, well, actually, you're saying about keeping up with the show week to week. Pluribus has the most hype of a first season show I've seen in yonks. Like, there's a lot of good shows and they're slow burn. Like, it takes till the second or even third season for everyone to be going, holy shit, this is a great show. And Pluribus straight out the gate had people raving about it. Well, the last one, I mean, some of the ones I've watched, week for week, like The Last of Us, a few others recently. Pluribus broke all your Plex records. Everyone watches it. Yeah, well, I will definitely watch it. Like I said, we were just in the cycle of watching other things. It's never happened since she started playing. So yeah, it's groundbreaking. Like I said, well, exactly like I said, it's got a level of hype that I have not seen for a first season show in yonks. I can't even remember. Probably actually, I was thinking The Last of Us was a real event show. I think everyone was very hyped for The Last of Us from the get-go. And that was releasing 1 episode a week. Oh, there you go. Because I thought you were watching it on the Plex. You using your own devices. And that's a good thing. Okay, just looking up Streak saying Interview with Vampire Season 3 comes out tomorrow. Yeah, I've been watching some promo stuff. But yeah, it seems like to coincide with Season 3, they're releasing an uncensored version of Season 1, which is intriguing. What did they shoot for that they decided they couldn't? You show Doc how to get shows, created a monster. It's a hell of a thing. Like, on top of all these, some people I know like are really loving the new season of Stranger Things as well. It's going to be a while before I get around to that. But then again, they're staggering the release of the final episodes. Like the finale is not coming up until January or something, or February even. Added keeping up appearances with Hyacinth Bouquet. Oh God, good night. You're those. Oh, that's like 80s Britcoms. Keeping Up Appearances was a fun parody of middle-class British snobbishness. They're 90s. Okay. Yeah, I vaguely remember Goodnight Sweetheart. You needed more British. Yeah. Oh, one that you might want to seek out, strictly say, talking about British, there's a series of standalone half-hour comedy shows called The Comic Strip Presents. It's like the people who did the young ones. I can't remember if it came out before the young ones or after the young ones. Oh, and you added Children of June. Nice. But there are a lot of episodes of The Comic Strip Presents, and they're just standalone half-hour comedy shows with the same actors recurring in them. I mean, there's a bit of variety in who's in them, and there's quite a bit of variety. Yeah, but it's like 9 seasons of comic strip, but there's maybe 3 episodes in some of the seasons, the way the British do it. I'm not sure exactly how many episodes there are. There are a few, but I'm not sure exactly how many. "51 episodes." Yeah. Yeah, so I think it was pre-Young Ones. And then you had the series Rick Mail and Adrian Edmondson did after the Young Ones, Filthy Rich and Cat Flap. That also has Nigel Planer, who was Neil in the Young Ones, even though they had a falling out with him. And then there was the stuff Ade Edmondson and Rick Mail did. Yeah, you've got Bottom. Yeah. Oh, so you don't know Filthy Rich and Cat Flap? Okay. I think Filthy Rich and Cat Flap was between the Young Ones and Bottom. And you can see some relationship between the characters in Filthy Rich and Cat Flap and Bottom. They're not the same characters, but you can see they're thinking about same things. And they did do the movie Hotel Paradiso as well. Okay, Nigel Planer is he's filthy. The 3 characters: Filthy Rich, Filthy Eddie, Richie Rich. Oh, okay. Hotel Paradiso was your introduction to them. Yeah, Hotel Paradiso is basically the same characters as Bottom. God, they did another one. I'm trying to remember. Also, Ade Edmondson is having a nice late career renaissance. He's being in Star Wars, The Last Jedi, and the Alien Earth TV series, and he's good in both of those. So if we look at there's one I'm trying to remember. Okay. Ada Edmondson's IMDb. Where are we? It's okay. Alien Earth. That's right. He was in 3 Body Problem too. But I'm trying to think of quite old one that he was in. God, he was in EastEnders for 38 episodes. My God. Where are we? Scrolling back. Comic strip. This stuff seems to be very out of sequence. Oh, that's right. He would have been in some French and Saunders stuff because he was married to her. A few episodes of Jonathan Creek, but I'm trying to remember, what was this movie? Guest House Paradiso was 99. I'm sure there was... Oh. Come on. Yes, he was in Blackadder. Where is it? Oh, that's right. He was in Eat the Rich, but that wasn't what I was thinking of. Filthy Rich and Cat Flap was in 1987. The Supergrass, that was the movie I was trying to think of, from 1985. Not the greatest moments in cinema history, but I remember enjoying it on home video. So, Suki Sayer, you saw Hotel Paradiso first, then The Young Ones, then Bottom. You had Constance and Kung Fu Mayhem. Nice. My first one was The Young Ones. And then I think I saw just a couple of episodes of the Comic Strip Presents. And then it was basically what was on TV. So Filthy Rich and Cat Flap, then Bottom, and probably saw Hotel Paradiso and the Supergrass on home video. Also Bad News, which is one of the episodes of Comic Strip Presents. Bad News is an interesting counterpoint to Spinal Tap. Bad News, it's a documentary about a fictional heavy metal band. Spinal Tap is a doco about heavy metal band who are a bunch of has-beens. Bad News is a documentary about a wannabe heavy metal band, like they're hoping to be up and coming, but they're not. So it's like has-beens and never wases. It's quite an interesting comparison. Josephia Jansen, it's Guest House Paradiso. I just looked it up. I thought it was Hotel Paradiso too, but I just looked it up and it was Guest House Paradiso. Right, 9:30. Ooh, I'm gonna try something because I haven't put it away. We got 2 bottles from the Killick Distilleries over the weekend. I had to re-up their overproof high ester white rum, 59% ABV. Very funky. Because I had some of it and it's almost gone. There's like a few drops in it. But because I had some loyalty points, so I got a discount on this coconut liqueur, which we had a tasting of, and it was really good. I'm thinking making a coconut of it. Actually, I just want to treat myself with a little taste of it. I'm just going to shot glass. So this is not dog shit like Malibu. This is really good. So Strixto, you know, so you're tricky to find anything over 5,700 movies now. Need to split it up a bit. Oh yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Oh god, and I'll also tell you this for free. God, that smells nice. The PlayStation Plex app is shit. Like, it fucking crashes if you just search for things. It's redonkulous. Ooh. Oh, that is really yummy. Oh, and the coconut just really stays with you. Not like Malibu, which basically tastes like suntan lotion and sugar. So you say the PlayStation app wasn't made for 5,000 views. That makes sense. But even the search on it is really fucked. So you're saying it's better than the LG or Samsung app? Okay. That's sense. Like, I've had less problems when I've used it on the web. But yeah, the PlayStation app shits itself if you search for too long. It's just gone, no, you've been flicking through stuff too long. I don't like it. I do not have an Xbox. My God, that's nice. That is so fucking nice. So, I'm thinking, see the night out. Oh, yeah, laptop to the TV is actually probably a really good idea. I do need to go and get my good laptop from Dr. Abigail. Okay. We'll just make it all Killick. I've got the Killick Gold here. I can't be fucking Gold Rum. Or get a fancy 4K TV. Yeah. That too. I think I'll put a bit of coconut in there. And a little bit of my instant old-fashioned mix. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. And I reckon that'll be a taste sensation. Screen for in here, yes. I think Dr. Abigail always hassles me for. Well, you know, one day, maybe, who knows? Oh, it's just a hassle. All right, let's make my coconut rum old-fashioned. Fuck yeah. That's the tits. Oh, yummy. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Good thing to send me off to bed. Oh, yeah, my hand's not hurting, so I'm not going to do any painkillers tonight because you're not meant to mix them with alcohol anyway, which was another reason that I was taking fewer of the painkillers, because there's all these things saying, no, don't drink alcohol and have these. And I was going to cocktail bars, so I was like, well, I should cut back on the painkillers if I'm going to cocktail bars, or mixing a drinky or two on a live stream, as it were. Ooh. So yes, I think I've been reasonably circumspect, shall we say? Circumspect, responsible, even. Dare I say responsible? Big call, but you know, I like to think I'm responsible. Been drinking for like 5 days straight because of the heat. That's fair. Oh God, we're about to get 3 mid-30s in a row. Starting tomorrow, I think. So not great. And I've got to go out. Thursday's going to be the worst. And I've got to go out public transport. Fuck yeah. Okay, so tomorrow 33, then 37, then 33. And fuck me, I have to go out public transport to see le docteur, the surgeon, about my hand. That's okay. Alcohol-free day today. That's a good plan. Yesterday was an alcohol-free day. The weekend wasn't. Saturday and Sunday went to Killick both days. But didn't drink alcohol again after the brunch. We were thinking going out on the Sunday night. Didn't. Just got some fixins from the supermarket and made nachos in the bed and breakfast where we were staying. So you had a week of non-stop heat, but now mid-20s. Yeah, well, this 3 mid to high 30s in a row. Well, just going to have the air conditioning on. If the power goes out, we're fucked. Have the air conditioning on and... but yeah, I've got to fucking venture forth on the hottest day in the middle of the afternoon. So probably the hottest part of the day. And just be rat shit, basically. So Slav and the 4 Pillars yuzu pineapple gin. Yeah, but 4 Pillars gin. So if you're getting 40 on Thursday, yeah, the outer suburbs and the country in Victoria will probably get 40 as well. 37 is pretty fucking high for here. I swear to God, if you ever get the chance, go to 4 Pillars for cocktails because, Jesus, they make good cocktails. And they do a happy hour on Friday night. They do 5 to or 6 to 8, but it's a 2-hour happy hour, whatever it is. And it's half price gin cocktails, which is like 90% of their menu is gin cocktails because they're a gin distillery. They do some, rum and whiskey ones, but it's like there's something mind-blowing of, ordering 2 cocktails and they're really fucking top-notch cocktails. And it's like $22. It's amazing. Oh, yeah. And Starwood is fun to visit as well. Yes. Oh, yeah, stuff. So I'd actually seen an article about, U-Foods, which is owned by HelloFresh, is being fined by the ACCC for deceptive practices. Do you all remember me having a rant about the bullshit when I tried to unsubscribe from U-Foods on their website, and it didn't unsubscribe me, and I was like, fuck that. But fortunately, and then I called someone up and go, what's this fucking bullshit? This stuff came and I had actually cancelled. And I said, and don't shoot me, I just went through the cancel thing again and you're telling me it's not cancelled. And the guy on the phone's like, oh, yeah. After I went on for a bit, you go, oh, the most I can do is give you a 50% refund. And I said, no, I'm going to, I don't remember if it was the credit card or through fucking PayPal. I think it might have been through PayPal. I'm not sure. But anyway, I just said, fuck you. Oh, I didn't say fuck you, but I mean, fuck you and your 50% refund. I am A, going to get a total refund, B, report you to the ACCC because this is bullshit. Because I just proved beyond any doubt the cancel function on your website does not work. And I went to, I feel like it was PayPal, but I just went to them and said, hey, look, this is bullshit. I went to this And I described it all to them. I went to the website, it cancel, it didn't cancel, and I called up and the guy said I was still subscribed. And I actually went through on the website, cancel again, and I was still there. So this is bullshit. And they refunded me straight away. So I think they had heaps of reports of this bullshit. Yeah, and now they're being fined huge amounts of money for deceptive practices. Oh, nice, Abigail. Nice clarineting cashies. Going to put on live day. That sounds good. So, yeah. And that's why I stopped using them and swapped to another home-delivered food thing, which, again, I've really gone through their sort of calorie deficit meals, and it's working for me, which is nice. And I also like their food. It's good variation. If I get sick of it, I'll probably just go to another one because I found there's heaps of them that exist. Maybe they're all run by the same people behind the scenes. I don't know. Hey, Dazza, how you doing? What happened to my hand? Phase 1, about 4 weeks ago, it was raining and I slipped on the footpath and dislocated my pinky. And I went to an urgent care center and they just did a buddy splint, bandaged these 2 fingers together, and said, it would be like this for 2 to 4 weeks. You want to go see a GP. And I think it was about the 3-week mark. I went to the GP and he seemed really pissed off. He's like, no, that's fucked. They should have done something better for that. And he referred me to a hand specialist at St. Vincent's Hospital. And that was about a week ago. And the hand specialist went, yeah, fucked up, bro. Can't do the yoink thing. The ligaments are all fucked. Need surgery. So Thursday last week, I got surgery on my pinky. And that's what all this bandaging is. And I'm going to see the surgeon again on Thursday. Maybe take some stitches out, maybe see how it's going and see a hand therapist. But yeah, it's fucked up. So I've been on leave, like holiday leave. I'm getting a certificate from the surgeon so I can change at least a week of it to sick leave. So I don't use up my leave because I haven't been able to do stuff. Safa, the current food one's called Fuba. Did Dubbo get to 40? Dubbo got real fucking hot in summer. Like I still remember at school, like when it hit mid-30s, because it would get 40 in Dubbo, out there on the Western Plains, get really fucking hot. We would always at school be saying to teachers, isn't it the law if it gets this hot, we can go home? And the teachers correctly told us, no, there is no rule about if the temperature gets to a certain amount, you get to go home. We go, surely we get to go. And also, like one of the high schools I was at, these temporary classrooms, they were called demountables. They're like shipping containers that have been turned. They're meant to be temporary, but because of limited budget, they always end up being firm. Those ones with no aircon, we'd be working like on an exercise book with a pen because I'm from the dark ages. And just have sweat dripping down onto the page. It was fucked. Drinker said, you called them portables? Yeah, for some reason they were called demountables where I was. I mean, we had ceiling fans, Safa, but in 40 Celsius, ceiling fans do fuck all. Not sandstorms, Safa, dust storms. And there was only one when I was growing up. I think there's been 1 or 2 big ones since I left Dubbo, but there was one really fucking full-on one in my mid-teens. Like, we just saw it coming and we're like, is in the late 70s drought. There was a bad drought. There's always droughts in Australia. There's a bad drought in the late 70s. And we were just outside once and we just saw this. It was like a wall of dust and it was moving towards us. And we were like, what the fuck is that? And then it hit, and visibility, it got so dark, the street lights came on. And I remember taking photos with the 35 millimeter. To the human eye, it was quite dark and brown and dusty. But because we had like a red earth, it was mid-afternoon, Safa. It was like mid-afternoon because we have a lot of red dust around Dubbo. And the photos I took when they were developed, they were all very red. It didn't feel like it was very red when I was in it, but it was in the fucking photos. Okay, Abigail, the rainy day timetables. Everything after lunch was 50 minutes early so you could go home early. Okay. Safa, I wish I still had those photos. I thought I did, and I haven't been able to find them. If I ever find them, I'll upload them to Discord. But I don't think I have them anymore. I held on to them for ages. I don't know. And Strikasaga, sorry, you got Sizu too. I did like Sizu. It's the whole suspend disbelief thing. Sizu's like John Wick set in World War II. But very funny because this guy getting his revenge against all the Nazis was very funny. So, yes, I will definitely watch Sizu too. Also, just because it's an angry old man. So, identifying with the protagonist, angry old man who wants revenge on the world. I'm down with that, is what I'm saying. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? Yeah, anytime anyone fucks up Nazis, Strikasaga, it's very satisfying. Safa, the train line for passengers basically stopped at Dubbo. The train line did keep going west, but I don't think passenger trains went any further than Dubbo. Freight trains probably did, but I think Dubbo was the stopping point for passenger trains. I love you, Strikasaga. You're choosing the words carefully so YouTube doesn't censor. I can just say, we love Sizu because it's a guy fucking up Nazis. It is beyond surreal that we deal the right wingers on the internet is like you're woke if you talk about wanting to fuck up Nazis, which is very wild. Safa, no, I've never been to Broken Hill. I've not really gone that far west. Like, because there's fuck all when you go west of Dubbo till you hit Broken Hill. Small towns like Narromine and then some fucking just one horse towns all the way out to freaking Broken Hill. But I never really went out that way. I kind of would like to go there. In fact, I've said it to Mrs. Angry and she agrees. It might be a fun outing one day to go to the Little Desert in Western Victoria. It just seems really interesting. I've been to Burke, yeah. I think I played Aussie Rules football against a team from Burke, actually. Back when I played Aussie Rules football in high school. The Central West League. But yes, I did go to Burke. Not to Broken Hill, though. That's a long fucking way. I think Broken Hill's further away from Dubbo than Dubbo is from Sydney. And this being the internet, I want to check that. So let's just check. Road trip. We go Dubbo. Directions. Just go Broken Hill. Okay, Not public transport, we're driving. Okay, 8 hours. Driving. 750 kilometers. Dubbo to Sydney. God, that's only 5 hours, 400 kilometers. So Broken Hill's a lot further away from... Oh, yeah, share the map. Let's do it. Because then I can also look at the funny town names. Okay. So this is the Dubbo to Sydney. So that's 400 kilometers, 5 hours to get there. But if we change Sydney to Broken Hill, $750 kilometers, 8 hours to get there. But you look, we go to Dubbo. I just love the names of the places. So yeah, okay. Terramunga Mine. I'd always loved the name of that place. Narromine, follow out to Trangie, Nevertire. Just up from Nevertire, Snake's Plane. That's awesome. Ningen. I think I might have gone to Ningen. I don't know if I ever went further than Ningen. Wait. Oh, no. That's not good. Some places with very similar names. Giralambone. I've been to Glargambone. Hemidale, Mandiana, Cambo. Cobar. I kind of think I've been to Cobar. Wilcannia. I knew people from Wilcannia, but I don't think... Oh, okay. I don't think I ever went as far as Wilcannia. Broken Hill's right there on the border. Look at these lakes here. Menindee Lakes. Emu Lake. Look at all these places. Sunset Strip. See, I don't know. It's a big old country, and I've only seen a tiny bit of it. Yes, I did drive on some toll roads in Sydney so far. You do tend to get a lot of Indigenous names in regional areas, but not all Indigenous names. You'll get places that are just named after weird British people. I'm not sure what everyone else sees. So you see the comments, you see my thing. Do you see the thing, a red thing saying how long I've been live? I'm not sure if that just shows it to me or if it shows it to everyone, because it's broken tonight. Okay, you don't see it, so you don't know what I'm talking about. No, okay. It normally just says like how many hours and minutes I've been live, but at the moment it's fucking weird. It's just there's a very long string of zeros, and it's weird that it's broken tonight, but only I see it. So say la vie, as the actor said to the bishop. Oh, yes, you see it when you're on stream. Yes, you would see it when you're on stream, Strictly Sega. Yes, one day. No word of a lie, I do pay for StreamYard. It's kind of work. I like the auto restreaming to multiple destinations. Look, I could probably live with just streaming on YouTube, but I do like the StreamYard they've been actually this last year, they've like 2025, they have been piling on some extra features. Actually, I just remembered they were talking about having some Christmas graphics. Yeah, I think it'll just fix itself next time. Media assets. Christmas pack. Add the Christmas pack. Come on. I know that's Halloween. That's Christmassy, I think. Oh, yes, the old like and subscribe animation. Nice. What's this one do? That's just a variation of like and subscribe. Be right back. This one. Oh, well, that one blanks me out. Okay. Candy holiday badge. What's that do? All right. Seems like most of them are Thanksgiving and Halloween. There's a Boxing Day one. What's it all about? Dancing skeleton. Oh, I thought it might have been animated. It's not animated. All right. I was just looking at what the extra features were. Safa, did my mum make Christmas pudding? Not so much my mum, but my grandma, my mum's mum would do trifle and Christmas pudding. But we would have Christmas pudding because they saved like sixpence pieces. This is a thing I remember. They would make a Christmas pud and they put sixpence pieces in it. Like it's meant to be lucky if you got a sixpence in your slice. So like something that hadn't been currency since the mid 60s would be in the pud. And, I'm not sure if you could swap it to something or if you just go like, ooh, it's lucky I got a sixpence. Trick, what's funny? Seeing me fiddle with it, you can tell when other streamers are using the same StreamYard program. So if you had your step grandma's secret recipe. The funny thing about putting a sixpence in a Christmas pud, because they're only like this big, sixpence, plenty small enough to swallow, quite honestly. You could unknowingly swallow a sixpence, even as a kid. And I think that happened more than once. So if you need to hang Christmas pudding from well, that's a very traditional way to put it. To wrap the Christmas pud in a cloth and hang it, that's extremely traditional. I don't really like Christmas pud, the fruit mince. It's not really my vibe. The large brown coin was the penny, which was the weird thing, Safa. The penny was this big. Sixpence was like this big, which is super weird. So the penny, the Australian penny, had a kangaroo on it. It was about this big, had a kangaroo on it. Bit of trivia: when the conversion to decimal currency was happening, there was a lot of debate about what should the currency be called, because we were no longer going to call it pence and pounds, and what should it be. And some people objected to the idea of dollars because dollars was American. But one of the proposed names for the currency was the Austral. So instead of £1, we would have one Austral. Popular folklore has it the main reason for rejecting that is because instead of kids saying an Austral, it would sound like they were saying a nostril. So I don't know when Canada started doing dollars, because Canada was probably pounds for a while. But yeah, the idea of our currency being called a nostril is funny. I actually think someone in South America, for at least a while, did adopt a currency called the Austral. Because Austral just means south. Give me an Austral. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Just for fun, I'm going to try something. Where's print screen on this fucking keyboard? Oh, wait. Fucking something with this shitty backup laptop I have here. It's, oh, wait, what the fuck was... Oh, no, that's there. Okay. I'm going to see if I can share this on Discord just for fun to show you what I was seeing with all these fucking zeros. Wait, screenshots. Where is it? Wait, where the fuck is it? It's meant to automatically save to there. What? Oh, there it is. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, look, I'm just going to show. This is what I'm seeing, which is weird. Oh, look, Abigail, probably on Thursday. You found out I'll get my laptop because I'm going to be in your neighborhood on Thursday afternoon. But I'm just going to show you so you see what I'm seeing. I put this on the Discord. See all those zeros? That's what I'm seeing. So you're apparently not seeing it, but I'm just seeing all these zeros. It's quite off-putting. So yes, Abigail, I'm hoping you're awake on Thursday afternoon. So I'm going to be over your neck of the woods because that's when I'm seeing the surgeon for this here thingy on Thursday afternoon at St. Vincent's. Strixie, I think it's been there the whole stream. Never done it before, so I don't know why it's doing it tonight. Probably won't do it. Is it Thursday? I'll probably be back. Unless I'm in pain, because I'm expecting the surgeon to take the stitches out on Thursday and I'm seeing a hand therapist. I might just be in pain and I might not feel up to streaming on Thursday. But if I don't stream on Thursday, I'll probably stream on Friday. Abigail, you won't be home till 4 or 4:30. Oh, okay. Well, I'll probably miss you then. It's just at the moment I can't drive because I can't really use this hand. And my car's a manual. I change gears with this hand. So I'm not very mobile at the moment. I'm theoretically going back to the office next Monday. It's going to be dependent on what happens with the surgeon on Thursday. Anyway, I'm going to have the cherries. Abigail, I'm going to be over there at like about 3 p.m. I don't want my laptop posted, Safa. It would A, be expensive and B, be risky. You haven't done a stream from Doc's house for a little while. But I'm just not very mobile at the moment. So I don't want to commit to anything. Because I might not be up for it. Might just be in lots of pain somewhere. Who knows? But, you know, another time. We'll work it out. So I am going to duck off, go sleepy bobos now. see you fine and funky folk another time. Probably Thursday, unless my visit to the surgeon fucks me up and I don't feel up to streaming. So then probably Friday. But we'll see. So thank you all for joining me this evening. I'll see you another time, but I'll say bye for now.
You are totally